couple of things to touch on before we start the reading. One is if you hear a pop, pop, pop in the background, this is my neighbor. And, shooting next door. I mean, it's really not funny, but, it's target practice. He's shooting with his .22. His excuse is, oh, the raccoons are coming around, and, I'm kind of feeling like maybe I should stop by when he's not shooting and say, how you doing? I don't know the guy. I really don't, so I don't think I can do that. But I know he's gone through a divorce recently, and, he may be just a donkey on the edge. I don't know. I'm in rural New England, so are people allowed to stand in their yard and target practice? I think probably they are. I know deer hunters need to stay a certain number of feet away from houses, but even that is kind of a loose rule. So that's what that noise is, and it has me a little bit distracted. This has been going on for a couple of weeks now. I don't know if you heard it. So I think often where we can tell that somebody else is kind of on the edge and not know what to do about it, and maybe there's nothing we can do about it except say a prayer. When I go on a walk by his house, I do that. I try not to go. He's out there shooting. Shoots down toward the water. A couple of neighbors have actually, anyways. The other thing was, a friend of mine from school celebrated his 70th birthday the other day. A big party. Other friends, mutual friends, went there. I did not go. I was not that close to this guy, but he, less than a week later, had a brain aneurysm and died. And I just keep thinking about his husband, I mean, he was 70. He lived a good life. Nevertheless, to be taken out in an instant, and at least he had this big celebration. All his friends were there, but, Jesus. So I think that for us who survive, there's always that question, a bit of survivor guilt. Did we do enough? I'm still alive. And feeling, whether we acknowledge it consciously or not, that comes with a degree of sorrow and guilt. So that's kind of a heavy way to start the reading, but I have a feeling it might resonate with some of you. Maybe not all of you, but look, we're mortal beings. And if we love anybody, it might not be our spouse, but we're going to lose people. Whether it's just that they've ghosted us or whether they're literally ghosting us. And I think we can best honor them by just living our lives, by getting the laundry done, by taking the garbage out, by writing a poem about them, by weeping into the pillow, whatever it is that we have to go through to get back on our feet. And we'll never be the same. The wounds never fully heal. That dance with a limp thing, that is, I think we need to keep celebrating life and the transience of it and how precious that makes it. And, sorry, fruit fly, if you're like, a lot of us believe in the continuation of spirit. And I happen to believe in that that's very strong in me. It isn't a belief, it's a knowledge. It's a deeply felt, perceived, the energy continues and it cares about us. We don't really lose the people we love. We just don't. But it can be hard to carry on. Yeah, this is somebody wanting to hang on. Hang on and also hold back. Pentacles energy, perhaps from life itself. It's scary. So let me hang on to the familiar, to what I know, and kind of stay frozen in place, pinned down. This person looks sad, dejected. It's an uncomfortable position to be in, but in a funny way, this person feels like they're safer to be shut down. Four of Cups. 4 and 4, right? Is 8. 8 is strength card. The ability to overcome it by feeling it, This is Cups energy. You don't just jump up after a loss. And and this can be a card of regret as well, but also of kind of fantasy or a depression. And the opportunity for new love is right there being offered by Spirit in this Ace of Cups coming out of the blue. But there's work to be done, to get back into life, to feel what we feel, but eventually wake up. This person is like eyes shut, hands folded, hurting. Queen of Wands. That's a rejuvenation of one's energy, life force, power. And I'm seeing it as a kind of, gathering the strength partly from the other side. There's the black cat, there's her familiar, there's her magic wand. She's tapped in. She, they. With this intuitive knowing, maybe that this too shall pass. It may take a long time. Pentacles energy. To walk that lonesome valley. 2 cards really of being by yourself. But on the other side of that, is life force, promise, optimism. Under 4 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Let's get a little more. That's secure, giving, present person. Earth sign energy, real, established, ready to live. Followed by Knight of Pentacles. Wow. And 10 of Swords. The painful ending. I mean, I'm not sure. It could be that somebody is offering this Four of Pentacles person tangible help. You know, something to do with their mental state. Perhaps that's that survivor guilt thing. You know, we're not the one on the ground. Our life is not over. We might think it is, sword energy. Tell me about this King of Pentacles, who has apparently regained his footing. I mean, he may have felt, he, she, they, a degree of disassociation. You know, withdrawn from life, dejected. Yeah, withdrawn from life. Eight of Swords. You know, feeling cut off, feeling trapped in sword energy. Some ending that really perhaps devastated them. You know, brought them to a standstill. And they didn't know what to believe in anymore. I'm sorry, my voice seems to be very shaky, and that just happens. On 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords. There may be guilt because there was a fight. Weirdly, this person, this King of Pentacles, may have thought that somehow they were responsible, because King of Pentacles is very responsible. They own it. That the fight, the contention, the argument, the disagreement, the thing that has two sides may have contributed somehow to the other person's demise, that they won the argument but, you know, lost the war. They feel guilty about it, and that's sort of immobilized them. They think they're guilty. Sword energy. On 4 of Pentacles, wow. 2 of Cups. This person who experienced this painful ending with somebody that they just came to loggerheads with, or, you know, sword energy. Was somebody they really loved, and they may have shut that down. Can't do that again. And so it sent them into a depression where all they could feel was the loss, and it made them feel numb. Tell us about Queen of Wands, because this person is kind of the outlier in this. I'm not sure who she is, what her relationship is to King of Pentacles. Perhaps she's the one who got hurt. Eight of Wands. I mean, maybe these are kind of the stages of grief. At first, I'm immobilized. Nobody else knows how I feel, Two of Cups, Four of Cups, to have lost my person. And she may, I'm just going to call her she, but feel free to, the genders can be swapped around. Tarot doesn't care about gender. She may step in and communicate and kind of give this person back their will to live. Just willing to have the conversation. And I've never noticed that before, but there is this stream in the background. And this is kind of a slipstream energy in that it's flow. It's being back in the flow, you know, back in our lives, back in our power. King of Pentacles may have been shut down, and she knows intuitively maybe what to say, a conversation that just by sharing with them. You know, this has happened to me as well. Tell us about the offering, the Knight of Pentacles that comes in with something real. And maybe King of Pentacles is deciding, no, I'll live again, Pentacles energy. I can give, I can live. You know, that the guilt, I feel, is a mindset, is a mind trap. It's a false belief. You know, but I understand. Like we've all been there, something like that. Okay, on Knight of Pentacles, please. What's the offer? Okay. Page of Wands. Let's kind of begin again energy. You know, have a curiosity about looking into this dynamic, because things were wonky with the King of Pentacles. You know, his thinking was somehow derailed. He thought he was trapped. He thought it was over. He thought it was his fault. And he may have said things and, you know, behaved in a certain way that was immature. It's kind of like when you know better, you'll do better. Wands energy do. Nine of Wands. I get it as, and you know, maybe it be just in the context of the read, but that this is Queen of Wands having a conversation with King of Pentacles, this grounded individual, saying, you know, I know you've been through it. You're dancing with a limp now. You know, you need the wand to even hold yourself up. But maybe an encouragement to do it anyway. To like, I don't know, you know, get up and walk back into your life. And I know they're all minor arcana cards here, so it really is about our daily life so far. Three of Pentacles. You know, come back into the fold. There are people here to work with. You know, Pentacles energy who are alive and ready to cooperate with you. It's a kind of you're not alone. And it's not just saying it, it's doing it. It may be helping this person re-engage in life. You know, come back to life. Four of Pentacles to Three of Pentacles. There's an opportunity for a new way of thinking about things. There's a truth trying to come in. You know, be curious about that. Page of Wands. Follow your curiosity. There's something about, this is key to your empowerment. To start again, to start fresh, because we have the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Swords. That's kind of like, you know, we go all the way through. Sometimes we have to think our way all the way through something. Even to think the wrong things, or to think about the wrong things we said, in order to get that reset. That new opportunity for a new truth. Five of Wands. And that could be like, the truth is, it's a struggle. It's always a struggle. And there might be other people kind of interfering and saying, no, you did this. Trying to guilt trip this person. You did this. You know, you may have said something, argued, you know, closed out a cycle painfully. And it may be a struggle to get at this opportunity for a new truth, to even hear it. But I love, in the context of all this shitty sword energy, Eight of Swords, Five of Swords, Ten of Swords. You know, here's this kind of bright, shining new opportunity for communication or understanding. And it may not be handed to you easily, to this King of Pentacles. I don't know which one you are. And I think we're always both at different times where we're the person who shut down and the person who can relate. The truth is, we all struggle with this. And maybe with other people laying guilt trips on us. And we get caught up in how they perceive us. Sword energy. You know, it messes with our mind. It's a kind of wound. And I think both people on both sides of this argument, and I'm not sure Queen of Wands was arguing with the King of Pentacles. It may have been another relationship that ended, Ten of Swords, and ended badly. Here comes Rue. Yeah. Okay. Lovers. First major arcana card. The card of connection. Gemini energy. You know, air energy, sword energy, the new opportunity, the new truth. You know, and I'm hearing like the love that never leaves us. That opportunity to work again, perhaps with our friends, to get some grounding, some stability. Working with other people who have also been through it. 9 of Wands. 5 of Wands. You know, both are challenging energies that require, as 5s do, the need for change. 5 and 5 is 10. 10 is Wheel of Fortune. You know, all things must pass. You know, the good stuff will perhaps fade away. You know, the hurt may linger. It may leave us up in our heads and believing that we're stuck. But there's, I think, from Queen of Wands, through a conversation, a very heartfelt conversation, it's like, this is unavoidable. Conflict is unavoidable. We can work it out. You know, we don't need to live in this protected 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups place. You know, struggle to get past the block, the obstacle. And it seems largely that the block has to do with how we think about things. Can't talk, can't understand, can't speak about it. Back in the flow. I know at one point, and it was a different relationship. It was a falling out I'd had with my kid when she was about 2, and we got in an argument, and I felt like I'd just blown it. I'd yelled at her. I'd never done that before. You know, I was really kind of fierce with, you know, where she didn't know what was going on, and I was pissed. I was tired. She was, anyway, my sister said, just keep talking about it. You know, don't give up. And I talked to this baby, and I had her role play. I had her play the tired mama, and I was the baby making a demand. She got it. You know, I sort of showed her that we do this, and we can come back from it. And she got it right away. I was the one who was, you know, believing that what I'd said had screwed it up completely. 10 of Swords. This is the one major arcana. It's the strongest card in the reading. And could it be a better one? It's a choice to reconnect. You know, have the strength to work it out. Don't give up on yourself, principally, or the other person. Two of Cups lovers. There's a lot here worth fighting for. No matter what went down, you know, love is here, life is here, connection is here. 2 of Cups, lovers. Come back to life. And it's hit me, you know, it's making me tear up. So I love you guys. You're not alone. We all struggle. You know, it's hard. But it's also sweet and glorious, and you know, there's a lot of this involved. We can connect, we can talk, we can console each other. And I'm looking now to see, where was that water? I can't find it now, but that slipstream image, I don't know. You saw it. You know, that's that kind of current, life's current of being brave enough to enter into it. You know, once we've healed, what happened? And it's an ongoing process. It just is. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.